lyrics like OMC, she nice, right? Lyrics lubricating souls, bars locked and low. I did it, I done it. I'm bordering off better bars, a classic. Homie, the smell of God just on me. Just that old OMC, poetic. One time for the intro, let go.
It's time we rise above doubt already. Went through a drought, now they back to counting me out already. No, it's nothing but greatness. People about to witness. Was neck deep in the trenches, but now it's back to business. See, I'm mocking the culture. It's like a bird flip. They close the door when I pitch lyrical. Watch the curve shift. See, I've been working while they sleeping. I'm the third shift. Emerge, cannibal with syllable, flammable word spit. Serve with food for thought, bust melons in. Bald melon, hard body, intelligent, hella melanin. Never settling for that whackness. They let them peddling. Gang fumble when they let that mumble rap settle in. Now it's a rebellion. Put them on my purge list. Check my credentials. It's essential that I'm intentional. Presence not coincidental. Ill poetic instrumental. Back window called the bat signal for the wordsmith. Hold up. But they said Soulja ain't got it. You see me in the spot, boy. Know I be on top, boy. 614, my city off top. Want a wordsmith? Let me show you what I got, boy. Hold up. But they said Soulja ain't got it. You see me in the spot, boy. Know I be on top, boy. 614, my city off top. Want the wordsmith? Let me show you what I got, boy. My life's mission is painted between the spaces and the bars in my writtens. Vivid when the visual is scripted. When you listen, you feel the vision, that flow giving whole rhythm that controls senses. So go and let that influence enter you with a hint of the essence like a potion. My pictures in motion, applaud cinema. And I'm appalled these people they got involved be getting applause for them struggle bars in the music lately. Got it confused and made it cool to be pretenders lately. Industry trash agenda, they been Brenda baby. For them actors over backwards, they been bending lately. That's why most of the realest rappers independent lately. It's not up for debate, just turn on the radio. Take the bait, same beat, same flow. Try to make me be a slave to the movement, I'm giving them Django. When they called us at the flow, I broke up on my cue to go up like, hold up. But they said Soulja ain't got it. You see me in the spot, boy. Know I be on top, boy. 614, my city off top. Want a wordsmith? Let me show you what I got, boy. Hold up. But they said Soulja ain't got it. You see me in the spot, boy. Know I be on top, boy. 614, my city off top. Want the wordsmith? Let me show you what I got. I didn't come this far to only come this far. My eye is on a title type grind. Rhyme with reason, no time for idle time. Let you warriors run up my lane like it's easy. I'm LeBron when it's final time. Almost impossible to glorify rap. Something in the water, I'm just trying to purify tap. My lyrical cap, Soulja wear a different kind of fresh. I'm more Mitchell and Ness. I can't rock with y'all's new era. They always make a list of who the best in the city. I'm getting used to being at the bottom of the column. Don't mean I won't continue to be a lyrical problem. Cutting off the gimmick alleyway, reloading the arsenal of bars. Shoot 16, I gun 50. Your career slump lyrically, dump, pump, run, Ricky. I'm here to spit that real and give them something they can feel. So I got ill, poetic, and OMC with me.
Life's a gamble, pick your suit, ace of spades, and a diamonds, black jacket, Jackie Juke while I'm stepping stanzas. Poet on the raps and counters, Olaf to y'all Baudelaires. R.I.P. to your rap careers. It's just a series of unfortunate events. T. Marie, I Soulja, ill poetic on the beat.
Hey, listen. That was I Soulja, the wordsmith with Tiffany Marie, and this is Curvilinear Radio. I am Mary J. B.
And I'm Kiki with an E.
And it is Misha, Miss Hotspot. Ladies and gentlemen, happy Curvilinear Thursday.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Yes, we are here.
We are here live and in color.
Hey.
So listen, we just gonna dive right on in like diving board. I've been jumping to dive on into this topic because I'm gonna tell you, people might not like me that much about this.
People ain't gonna like me that much about it either, but it's okay. We're gonna talk about it. Let's discuss it.
Let's be clear. Y'all might
These
be
are
like,
all
what?
Opinions, so I don't want nobody feeling real personal and calling and getting real disrespectful. So
don't be in y'all's feelings, but the lines will be open very soon once we get our points out, and then y'all can jump in and tell us y'all's point of view. So y'all probably like, why y'all bundled up?
Yeah, we just bundled up. It's cold in here. It's cold.
If y'all could be in here, y'all probably could see smoke coming out of our mouth. That little fog.
Yeah, and in case y'all wonder why I ain't got mine on the way my hot flashes is set up.
Listen, Kiki said
okay.
Kiki said she don't need all that. I'm cold. I'm
okay.
cold. I'm slightly anemic. I don't got that to do.
I'm anemic too, and my fingers is over here like
my fingers, my feet.
So listen, we're gonna talk about this Me Too movement first. Okay. Before we jump into R. Kelly. So Me Too movement. If y'all don't know what that is the movement that was developed to spread the message about being sexually abused, sexually harassed, and raped.
Or assaulted, yes.
Or assaulted. So this is definitely a positive move. I feel like it's definitely important.
Yes.
I feel like it's something that needs to have been made many years ago. But I am thankful for it now.
Right.
My standpoint on it is I think it's important, but I also think that it's also a ploy for some of you women. Constantly bring up shit because you can't tell somebody no. Or go to your HR department and just make a complaint. But let me say this. I'll give you an example because I'm all about examples. Okay, so I come to work and I say, Kiki, you so daggone fine. Them lips is popping today. And you don't like that. You go and say, I just keep messing with you. All I said was your lips is popping. A compliment does not mean assault,
right?
Rape,
right?
It's a lot of these individuals that are using because guys make jokes. I'm not even gonna lie. There's some that are very, very inappropriate, but
it's a difference between flirting and being inappropriate. Right.
You should be able to tell a man, don't do that. I don't like that joke. That's inappropriate. Yes. And then if he keeps going with it, then you have the right to scream assault or not assault, harassment, because it's not assault unless he touch you. I've been hearing a lot of stories about these superstars that are being in trouble because they made lewd jokes.
Well, that's just because
that bothers.
Everybody's
that's the only thing I have about the Me Too. That's the only negative because I feel like 2019 is breding people that are so damn sensitive to everything. Everything. It's like you drop a feather. Oh my God, she just dropped the whole brick on my foot.
I said it the other night to myself. I said, America is like the most sensitive bully I've ever known in my entire life. If you really think about it, America is the most sensitive bully. If you think about it, they'll bully you into some stuff you ain't even. Yeah, they're the biggest bullies, but want you to be sensitive and.
Baby, listen. Yeah. I have a problem with that portion. Well, yeah. That's the only portion of it that I don't like. I feel like it's very important that if somebody is touching you inappropriately in any form, workplace, out in public, school, you have the right to have your physical not touched if you don't want it to be touched. Period.
This is true.
Somebody making a lewd comment does not to me equal that they should lose their job.
No,
I just don't.
No,
I don't feel like you making a lewd comment. Now, if you continuously making those comments after I have told you I don't like it or I don't feel comfortable with it, then that can be something that can be looked into as disciplinary action. But if you are that sensitive where you're trying to get him fired because I that portion of Me Too, that bothers me. That's the only thing that bothers me. People coming out of the woodworks like, oh, he made a sexual comment to me too.
Well, see,
he made a joke about that.
I have a problem with the Me Too movement that activates the "ooh, me too," and it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Oh, me too. That happened. Yeah, no,
that didn't happen. You just don't want some attention. You just want some attention.
Yeah,
exactly. And then what you waiting for? What you waiting for somebody else to say something for? You should have been said something. Don't Me Too now.
Well, it depends.
Well, I mean, they will.
It depends
on certain
situations.
Of
so many liars. Let's be honest, because there's been such a history of people who, and which is the main reason why a lot of people don't say anything, is because the number one reason is they always feel like nobody's going to believe them, and it's mainly because people lie. So
petty things like small things are okay, or are they just more agitating than the more serious?
Nah, I mean matters. People lied about serious, petty, all of it.
Listen,
it really is.
There's been more rapes lied about than reported. Just saying.
Of course.
But yeah, I don't. That's the only part about the Me Too movement I don't like is it activates those who want to be Me Too, but it didn't happen to you.
That's a problem as well.
It just opens up that door.
I feel like you shouldn't be able to You shouldn't be able to go public with your Me Too until they have done a thorough investigation.
That's my problem with the Me Too movement. If somebody comes forward and says something, don't go publicizing, oh, they said that this person did this, and you don't have credible evidence. Go investigate and find out if there's some plausible evidence against that person to prove that there is a doubt that there's a chance that this really happened, or that, yes, we can actually go forward with charges. We can go forward with this. But for you to just take somebody's word and just go ride the wagon with that, I can't get down with that.
So y'all think that's how they really doing it? Like they not even.
I feel like some of
we
these
gonna
cases,
get to that. I'm gonna wait till we touch that subject.
I feel like some of these cases.
Nobody gonna like me.
Okay, well let's just talk about in general. Then I'm talking about in general. Y'all think they actually do that? Like,
I do
just
feel like
take
there is a lot of individuals that are.
You think it depends on who
if you think about it though, look at
depends on
history.
who the person is.
They've always done that though. Just like they've always taken a woman's word, no matter what. If she say, "Oh, he hit me,"
that's a lie. History,
that's what they've always used to do, whether they did or not. If the police got called to somebody's house and because she said he hit her, 9 times out of 10 they took her word for it and he got carted off.
Need some evidence. You better have a bump,
every police call I've known of, and it's been a domestic call, 9 times out of 10 somebody had to go, and it was usually him.
It's usually him, depending on if there's children involved. Now, if it's children involved, they usually do, or if who's the name on the lease. And then they usually do like a 24-hour. Here in Columbus, they do. If you get in a domestic dispute, they will ask you to have a 24-hour separation. So they'll ask one of you to leave the home for that 24 hours. Now, if they see physical bruising on the woman who says that she was hit, then yes, you can go to jail.
Again, proof.
But that's proof. But it could be that you was beating my ass and I was trying to pin you down, and it just so happened that your soft ass skin just got some bruises.
Like me, I bruise easy. I bruise easy.
So
okay, real quick before we move forward, do you think that also happens in the Me Too movement? The domestic violence versus sexual, like in domestic violence, has that ever happened? Like, oh, she or he beat my ass back in the day too. Do that work?
What, for domestic, like how people are doing it with sexual assaults? How people do it with domestic violence?
Assaults have kind of like a what they call that statute. What's that called?
They have a statute of
limitations. So it got to be
sexual.
Sexual
assaults don't have statute of limitations in some states.
In some states. So yeah,
but
so
a physical assault,
a chick or a guy that had got abused in a relationship.
Matter of fact, I think domestic
previously
violence is
they
like
can't,
48 hours or something, depending on the state you're in.
Somebody can't come forward and be like,
nah.
In a previous relationship.
I mean, people have tried, but it's usually not successful.
I never heard of it. I was just wondering if y'all have heard that case.
I mean, I've heard it.
I've only heard sexual, obviously.
What, in the Me Too?
Sexual cases where people come from the Me Too.
Oh yeah.
I've only heard of sexual cases.
No, I take that back. Now I take that back. There has been like that. K Michelle and what's that guy's name? The rapper that was married to he was a rapper / producer that she was married to. Not married to, she was dating. That
Dr. Dre?
No.
Who are you talking about?
Memphis.
K Michelle. You said
Memphis something, I think his name was.
Girl,
but
don't get me lying.
When she came out and said that she was abused, there was
Memphis. You talking about Memphis? Oh, okay. Got you.
She said that she was that there was some girls that said Me Too on that, point of it, but
it don't hold water.
It doesn't hold really water in court because you have to have already either have a report that it happened, like you got to have to call police where the police is documented that the person
evidence, right?
Yeah. That's evidence. Now it doesn't have to be physical evidence; it has to be more documented evidence. Like if I called the police on you that day and said that you hit me, and then somebody else 3 years later said it, but I never went to court for it. But this person,
and the more documents you have, that helps, because if you got hospital records, that helps too.
Show, okay, you already have established history on this, on domestic abuse, so we abuse it.
Right.
We believe it that this happened. So when it comes to the Me Too movement, my question is, do you feel like this is going to open up a floodgate of mental issues for those who have kind of healed. Now they got to go back. They got to go back and think about it.
Well, no, because if you healed, then you've already dealt with the mental part of it. In order to heal, you have to get past the mental. We know that.
Right.
So,
but I mean, like some people, like me, I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Listening to R. Kelly's story had me think of flashbacks.
Okay.
Me thinking of Me Too when people are talking about lewd jokes had me think about things that happened in the past. So my thing is for some of these women who haven't fully accepted what happened to them, could that open up some kind of scar for them?
It will. Me Too is going to open up scars on both sides of the fence. For the victim and the person that was committing the act. Because I want people to understand that healing's needed on both sides. Everybody want to just throw stones at one side, but understand that there's healing on both sides, because it's both sides is in the person that's committing the sexual assault or act, you know what I'm saying, violating that person, as well as the victim, you know what I'm saying? Even though we as the victim, we don't see it that way initially. A lot of people don't see it that way, but you have to, because majority of them that's committing that went through the same thing. It's a continued cycle. It just keeps happening. Some people just respond differently to depending on, you know what I'm saying? Some people come out of it differently. Some people come out of it and they change up their whole lifestyle. Some people come out of it, they got mental issues. Some people come out of it and end up being the abuser. Domestic violence does the same thing. People who grow up in domestic violence homes, you can have 3 kids in a domestic violence home. One of them is bound to be a domestic violence person.
Before we jump off of this Me Too, I have a question. Do you feel like this hashtag Me Too is going to open up more Me Too's?
Yeah, I hope it do.
Like other types.
It's already been opened up by other previous cases.
People been coming out left and right for the past few years for a while.
And then not just about sexual assaults. I mean other forms of Me Too's. Like maybe we should start a being Black Me Too.
I mean, I definitely feel like we need a surviving America.
Being assaulted by cops, Me Too.
How about just being Black in America?
Maybe if all of us came together with a case about each jurisdiction of police brutality, maybe then that would develop some for real. I mean, I don't know if it would open up for people to take Me Too and swing it towards their
movement. I would hope they wouldn't, because then that would take away the light that needs to be shined on that discussion that nobody wants to have, which is sexual assault, sexual harassment, rape, molestation, all that. Don't nobody want to talk about it. And it's something that needs to be discussed. It should have been discussed, especially in the Black community.
You know, my brain work a little different.
This is what I wanted to ask, but go ahead.
No, I was going to say, you know, my brain look a little different. Okay, so let's say it's a Me Too movement within the community, because, you know, this is going on everywhere.
Right.
Everywhere.
If they were to step up more, whether while it's happening, has happened, got a feeling it's going to happen, step up and give them, give the law something else to do. Give them something to really focus on that's more important than them out here killing us. So maybe it could be but you know, it's strength in numbers.
Facts.
It's
all about
the numbers. So my question is about this Me Too. It seemed like it started, it was started by a Black African American woman.
Yes.
So it seemed like it didn't start really getting big until Caucasians start telling stories about.
Well, that's usually how it is.
But I'm just saying,
when white girls get
would you feel like this would have went as far as it has if it wasn't for Caucasians jumping on saying Me Too? If they wouldn't have started leaping on and Me Too, and if it was just in the Black community, and we kept it in the Black community.
That's a good question.
Just like we keep Black lives in the Black community.
Right.
Ain't no white people saying Black, not as many. And not as famous.
I guess it depends on who the judge is.
Baby.
We got some Black judges out there.
So my thing is if it would have been just us, would it have reached this many masses? Would this many people been subject to it? You got Bill Cosby. You have what is that dude's name?
Those names, yes.
What's that guy? But he had raped white women. Bill Cosby raped white women.
He
R. Kelly
he
did
still,
not.
He
Not saying
but
rape, but wasn't none white
molested,
ones involved.
He didn't molest just black women. He molested other races.
Mm.
So what's that one's name? I can't even think of what his name is. But it's a couple of he did it was child. It was like a boy child that recently just got his job pulled from under him. But a lot of these stars that are being slapped right now are white, besides Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's going to happen because it's really not a race thing. And that's the part that I kind of hate, that people are making the Me Too movement. They want to pull that. I mean, I get it.
Obviously not, because the white is out here Me Tooing it too. They started it. Well, not started it, but made it.
They made it more.
A black woman
public.
Started. They made it more public because they all started coming out. Mm-hmm. But the whole purpose of the movement, though, was to get people to feel comfortable with coming out and saying, "Yes, Me Too. That happened. This is happening." Especially when it just so happens to be white girls who had these top CEOs and top executives, musicians, whomever in the industry, because it's been happening for years. It's been happening for years. And the sad part is everybody knows it. Y'all not oblivious. You just hit the right person for everybody to pay attention and be like, oh, shit. No.
They take a star, a celebrity.
It's been happening.
So I just can't think right now. Has any Caucasian been in the predicament like Bill Cosby? And
yeah. Harvey Weinstein's one of them.
Okay, and it was a Me Too movement. Like they was
because
was they all any black girls step up in that one?
What was her name? Judd. What was her name? The girl that was the actress that went against him, Harvey Weinstein. What was her name? Ashley Judd.
Ashley. So my thing is that I'm waiting for one of these white stars to go to jail.
Yes,
if they seem like they really jumping on the bandwagon to get these African Americans locked up. Now they trying to build a case for R. Kelly.
Well, yeah, we're the example, so we're gonna get the example made out of us. But they got enough money. You already know that. Slap on the wrist. They got enough money.
Like, Anthony Campbell said Hugh Hefner.
Yep.
He probably should have been under the jail.
Should have been.
Hugh Hefner was recruiting them fresh in puberty. Listen.
We're gonna talk more about this.
Listen, ain't nobody gonna like me tonight. Y'all might not agree with my views on this.
I'm about to jump. We're gonna jump on this R. Kelly scandal.
Yeah, then we're gonna talk about that. Y'all really ain't about to like me though.
That ring is pretty.
Thank you. Brie got me ass.
That looked like a fucking Brie ring.
I know, right? I said this.
See, all the songs that I got are naughty, so I'm gonna have to play "I Sold You All Night."
Now we want to be a little inappropriate tonight.
It's very inappropriate.
That's okay. Let's blame Famous.
Blame Famous. There we go.
We blaming Famous. All right.
Famous, I blame you. Famous, I blame you. Famous, I blame you. Look at all the people that done changed up. Look at all the pain that I've been through. Gotta get up and pick up the pieces. Mad at myself picking up the pieces. Thinking about all of this time that I wasted trying to be you. Famous, I blame you. I was told if I didn't push work and pop guns in my raps that I wouldn't go far. Wouldn't get money, wouldn't get that honey, wouldn't get that rep, wouldn't get that car. I was stuck in it for a minute. I wonder what could I do if I put my true self in the bars. Had to make changes. My heart pours and every letter my pen illustrates. All I plot for your front spot on my dinner plate. Mine go when a line flow, mean and poor heartstring and crush egos in one rhyme scheme. Hard to be what I'm called to be. Industry make it artistically hard to breathe. I feel like I can't 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 breathe. I feel like I can't. My soul not for sale, so don't place your bets because I'm chasing purpose, never chasing checks. Wanna be influential, never part of the issue, so protect your neck for the hits will get you like. There was a time I would do anything as long as I became you. People looking in my eyes like, Joe, this ain't the same you. So many people lose their self trying to claim you. Wanna shoot for the stars but forgot how to aim through. Famous, I blame you. Famous, I blame you. Famous, I blame you. Famous, I blame you. Look at all the people that done changed up. Look at all the pain that I've been through. Gotta get up and pick up the pieces. Mad at myself picking up the pieces. Thinking about all of this time that I wasted trying to be you. Famous, I blame you. I was told if I didn't expose and downgrade a queen that I wouldn't go far. Wouldn't get money, wouldn't get that honey, wouldn't get that rep, wouldn't get that car. I was never with it from the beginning. Funny how I choose to respect them more than they listen less. Gotta get it off my chest. We need all women. Look at all the lies that they feed all women. Look at how the media want us to see our women. It's like the world wants us to defeat our women. Look at how the industry treats our women. Look at how the energy shifts our women. So I check myself because it starts with us. We gotta protect and uplift our women. They can't breathe. I feel like 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 they. Keep your head up, queen, you don't have to do what they want you to do, be who you want to be, and you are enough, so salute to you, because without you, it wouldn't be in me. I'm saying, we either don't see the problem or don't want to solve it. I don't really know what's worse, or the fact that a man's still stuck in his ways. They're probably gonna skip this verse. I don't see the world the way they used to see, so I speak the vision you don't usually see, coming to you from me. Lyrically self, all heart, food for thought, gluten-free, blame famous. Famous, I blame you. Famous, I blame you. Famous, I blame you. Look at all the people that done changed up. Look at all the pain that I've been through. Gotta get up and pick up the pieces. Mad at myself picking up the pieces. Thinking about all of this time that I wasted trying to be you. Famous, I blame you. Famous, I blame you. Famous, I blame you. Look at all the people that done changed up. Look at all the pain that I've been through. Gotta get up and pick up the pieces. Mad at myself picking up the pieces. Thinking about all of this time that I wasted trying to be you. Famous, I blame you.
Famous, I blame you.
The parents'
Famous, I blame you. Hey, that was I Soldier. I am Mary JB.
Nope, I don't.
I am Mary JB.
And I'm Kiki E.
Fire.
Kiki with the E over here talking about Enos. Cleveland Avenue, he over here talking about reggae, Caribbean food.
It's Misha, Miss Hotspot, man. This conversation, we talking about the Me Too movement and surviving R. Kelly.
Listen.
I done had conversations on my lives. Listen.
I haven't really talked about this personally.
Hold up. You talking about now? You talking about?
We talking about R. Kelly now.
Okay, we talking about R. Kelly now. Okay,
so
we done moved the Me Too movement.
Now we gonna go
R. Kelly.
Me Too into this R. Kelly.
Oh boy, let's see how many
scandal,
people I lose on this live because y'all ain't
so
gonna talk to me
I already
anymore.
know I'm gonna irritate some people.
I'm gonna lose some friends and followers.
I'm gonna let y'all know I haven't even seen it.
I haven't watched it.
I've already developed my own opinion about it.
I don't need to watch
and
it.
that's it. That's all. But go ahead.
Okay.
I didn't need to watch it. I grew up around it, so
I did.
Wow. It's so a waste of my time to watch.
I watched it.
But,
I did watch
it's
it.
awareness. Whatever.
And the main reason why I watched it was just to see what stories, and I wanted to hear about Drea, his wife.
Okay.
So listen.
You let me know because
I'm not laughing. We're not laughing because of the acts.
No, we're not laughing because of what happened to the girls. Please understand, I'm not laughing at what happened to these girls.
Happened to the girls. Never at all.
What allegedly happened to these girls.
Exactly. Because me and Misha are both victims of molestation, rape, and abuse.
Correct. So I'm not laughing at that.
We're not laughing at that portion whatsoever.
You will know what I'm laughing at.
I'm gonna tell you my views on this. Okay. My problem is that it shouldn't have been just surviving R. Kelly. It should have been surviving my mama, my daddy, my uncle, my great cousin, all employees of R. Kelly. It should have been everybody.
Listen, I had to reach and ring the bell.
Into R. Kelly. Okay. So it should have been surviving rape featuring R. Kelly, if anything. Mama and daddy should have been on the couches with them while they having conversations with these so-called victims. Mm-hmm. There's no way, form, or fashion a 16-year-old should be at a concert being able to go backstage without an adult supervised. Period. You should not be 16, 15 years old being able to go to a hotel without a parent supervision. Period. Let me speak on that. Okay.
And you watched it. So I'm glad that you watched it. So this is coming from
I need this.
You
I need this.
Seen it because I'm not watching it. But I'm glad that you're giving me this because
I'm gonna say this.
Listen,
as a woman, and y'all probably ain't gonna like me after I say this sentence, and I'm gonna just keep it 100 with you because I am a woman that has been raped. I am a woman that has been molested. I have never been in a predicament of going to a grown man's hotel room thinking that we just gonna watch TV.
Ding, 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 ding.
Wait.
There is no way.
Please tell me somebody didn't say that on national television.
They didn't say it on national TV, but that's clearly what's gonna happen if you go to a hotel room where there is a bed.
After the party.
Now, with the studio sessions, now that was a blatant rape.
Marley Gray said, ring it again.
But when it comes to you going to a grown man's hotel room, ain't no way you thinking that you just about to go up in there, he gonna sign you. You gonna sign something with your mouth. Let's be clear.
Let's be clear.
It ain't gonna be no contract.
Listen,
there is. I don't care what you say. At 16, I fucking knew better.
I knew better. At 16,
17, I knew better. Now I'm not going to say that you couldn't manipulate me, but you're gonna have to manipulate me over coercing me over time.
Yeah.
Ain't no way I'm just gonna meet you
for the first time.
At the first time,
and I'm gonna get signed.
R. Kelly. R. Freaking Kelly.
You missed their 12 play.
And I don't have anything to provide you but my body and my vocal skills that I'm saying that I have that I want a contract with.
He said your body.
But you are at a hotel room. Now, I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming you because let's be clear, he's a grown fucking man.
He said Netflix and Cartoon Network. I can't.
Yeah.
For real, cuz?
But he's a grown man. So he knew what was wrong. But you also have to be smarter than that. You knew what was going to happen. So at least make it be clear. I knew, but I just thought he R. Kelly, he a grown man. He wasn't going to go for it. I would have respected that better than you just making it seem like you just went up to the hotel room just to watch TV and sing.
Facts.
I'm sorry. There's no way. I've been a 16-year-old with a bunch of boys at a hotel party or not even a hotel party, a house party.
A house party.
You try to take me up to a room where there's a bed.
Nah.
I know damn well.
There's only one reason we're going up there, buddy.
Mind is wanting. So just think of a 35-year-old asking you to go to a hotel room. Mm-hmm. So I would have respected that story better if they would have kept it fucking 100.
Well,
you were 16 years old. You was trying to get your ass seen by a superstar, wearing hot shorts, dancing in his video, because he had one of his video vixens that was 17 at the time, and he coerced her into having sex the same day on his tour bus. You 17. I'm not believing that you thought he was about to take you to his tour bus, and all y'all was going to do is play footsies. We're gonna play spades. Let's go to the hotel. Let's go to the bus. Nah, I'm not buying that. You knew what was gonna happen. You were just thinking that it wasn't gonna go that far because he's a grown man. Let's keep it 100. Don't try to make it seem like you were just so sweet and innocent.
Well, no.
Yeah, sweet and innocence don't go to hotel rooms. Sweet and innocence don't go that far to be scoped by a daggone movie.
And can we just keep it real? Can we just keep it real though? Because when this was all happening, this is what, early mid-90s, right?
So
we all in here was teenagers, correct?
Yep.
Everybody in here was teenagers.
I knew what them songs meant at 16.
I knew
17.
exactly what those songs meant at 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. First of all, man, listen. Can I just say this? First of all, the parents pimped them out.
Hell yes. That's why they need to be there. And that's what pissed me off about this story. Now, one of them little heifers said shit about their mama and daddy.
Yeah.
Your mama and daddy gave you permission
but see,
to
this
go
is
to
the
a
problem.
concert at 16 and 17 without them.
Well, no, wait. This is my problem I have with the way everybody is tearing him up. I'm not saying that if he did these things to these girls to violate them against their will, that he should not be held accountable. That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
What I'm saying is you ready to just tear down one man.
You need
like he the only one that had a part in this. These parents listen, Master P said it best. Okay. You know your child somewhere with a grown man, they talking about he doing stuff to him. You know where they at. I don't give a damn who in there, how much money they got. I love God, but my character going out the door. I'm going to war. Everybody's running out. I'm burnt. Listen, I don't got kids. I want people to understand something.
I'm breaking my bell.
I don't have kids, but let me tell you what I do got. I got a goddaughter. Let me tell you something. No time could her mom call and say she's somewhere she don't want to be. She could call me and say I'm burning it down. Everybody running it out. I'm burning it down. It could be it could have been a damn president. I don't care. Obama himself. I'm burning it down. Do you understand?
You gonna be in there crispy as hell.
Like Master P said.
Out of that house.
Master P said something that stuck with me when he said that though. If anybody don't follow him on Instagram, just go Instagram and just go pull up Master P. You'll see the video. He said, I'm gonna go get my child. Now, if I go get my child,
lines are open.
Lines are open.
781-0754. Go ahead.
If I go get my child and my child being a teenager goes back to where I just took them from, I did what I could as a parent. Not to say I'm not gonna keep trying to go get them.
I'm not.
Some may not, some will.
Not at 17, 18.
But no, not 17, 18. Hell no. If I already went got you and you go back, that's on you.
You liked it.
That's on you. I tell you what, you call me when you ready. How about that?
And in Chicago, 17 is a legal age. So that's what bothers me some when it comes to this stories. Yeah. That a lot of these girls
they weren't held at gunpoint.
They weren't held at gunpoint. Yes. He is wrong.
He is wrong.
Disgusting. He needs to get his ass whooped. He needs this.
He needs help.
But so does mama. So does daddy. Anybody
which brings me to my opinion.
What they were going.
Everybody should go to jail. Everybody that was of age at that time should be in fucking jail. But some parents knew and R. Kelly knew.
Right. But wait.
Everybody should go to jail.
Let's think about this though. Back in the 90s.
If you want to send somebody to jail.
People to remember back in the 90s because I was 14, 15 too. I was one of those girls who dated older dudes.
Me too.
My first boyfriend at 12 was 18.
I didn't date guys that were
my same age. I didn't date guys that were younger than me. I didn't date guys my same age or younger than me. Older.
My mama didn't know.
My mama did not know. My mama did not know.
My mama didn't know either.
Otherwise,
I was in high school dating college dudes. You know what I'm saying?
So she's gonna hurt his ass.
Yes, the parents are definitely at fault. And one of the girls that were on there, she was 17. She went home and asked her mom for permission to go on the daggone plane to go to R. Kelly, and she had to get a permission because you can't be 17 and get on a plane without a parent's approval. Let's be clear. Lines are open. Here we go.
Take a phone call.
We got a caller.
No, thank you for calling Curvilinear Radio. Who is this?
Yo, this is Rich.
Hi,
what's up, Rich?
What's going on? How y'all ladies doing?
We doing great. How are you?
All right, so I don't want to take up too much time, but I definitely want to get in on this conversation because even though I tried my best to refrain from watching any of that Surviving R. Kelly, it's because it's stuff that we already knew.
Facts.
Amen.
It's been going on 30 years strong.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, you know, it didn't start with R. Kelly.
Facts.
It's been going on. You know, it's been going on in the black community. It's been going on highly in the white community and all that.
Since slavery.
Stuff that's been going on for a long period of time. 2018 just happened to be the year of revelations. Everybody got exposed.
Facts.
And now we at a point where we feel like we need to have these discussions. We're supposed to have these discussions before some of us was even conceived. So my thing is, you know, how do we move forward? Because it's way bigger than just trying to blame this man for messing with these underage girls. I'm sorry. I was born in 74. So I remember in high school when the young girls decided to mess with the older men and stuff like that. Dudes knowing it was way too old to be messing with these girls, but they still did it. And we're talking about how mothers allow that. Pimping out daughters has been going on for a long time. It's just never been talked about.
Long time.
Oh, you so right there.
So even kids, the molestation, especially in the Black community, we know we like to sweep that under the rug because that uncle and that auntie that's in that back room that don't come out during family celebration, they're back there for a reason.
Boy, you gonna have me shouting.
So all I'm saying is, especially we all being intellectuals at this time and age, we got a lot of technology to give us information, and now I feel like it's giving us so much information we can't decide if it's false or not. So how do we move on from this? How do we sit there and learn from this? What we should be learning is, hey, your girlfriend that you let watch your kids, you might want to check them. That boyfriend that you had around your daughter or your son, you need to check that. The way we do things, the way we've been doing things, the way we've been sitting there putting relationships and families together. Obviously, the blueprint that we've been going with is all wrong. So maybe we need to change that.
I agree with you.
I agree. Well said, Rich.
I mean,
for sure.
I don't want to sit there and point the fingers, because why are we going to point a finger at something that we already knew? And we got to look at other aspects of what you might seem as being wrong or as having sexual minors. I mean, you got fairly young girls that's stripping.
Facts.
But to a degree, we condone it by throwing money down on the ground. Or then saying, well, I'm going to go to the strip club with my boo, not knowing that that girl is only 17.
Yeah.
That's where this ain't a time to go ahead and talk about R. Kelly, because we had information on R. Kelly. We know what he do. Love the music, but Robert Kelly, he need to be taken care of.
Exactly. Right. And them parents that let them kids go.
R. Kelly, I'm a fan. Robert Kelly, whoa. Can't come around my daughter.
Thank you. See, some people can't separate it. That's my thing. I could separate R. Kelly from Robert Kelly. I like R. Kelly, the musician. And Robert Kelly, I don't got nothing.
Hey,
over there.
If you ain't gonna say you ain't gonna like Robert Kelly, then you ain't gonna like Michael Jackson. You ain't gonna like Beyonce. You ain't gonna like, because he wrote a lot of people's music.
Facts.
So R. Kelly, fan of Robert Kelly. Go get that dude.
Yeah.
Amen. Thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you. I'm just throwing in my little 2-piece.
We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, have a good night, ladies.
You too. Thank you.
And then not to mention, we got a whole president out here grabbing pussy.
A whole president in office.
Grabbing pussy. Like,
I'm just saying.
This my thing. Like you said,
I'm not for this. Everybody should go to jail, like I said. But we got a president that's grabbing pussy.
But see, we also need to come to, and see, that was my thing when I first seen it, like Surviving R. Okay, they came out with all this, and then all the hoopla all over the social medias. Okay, my thing is, he did it. Now what? Y'all knew he did it. You knew he did it when he married Aaliyah. She was 14. And you knew it then.
And then her parents let that happen?
No, they did it illegally. She lied about her age.
Okay.
They was in Illinois. She was only 14. She was only 14. Actually, she lied about her age. It was illegal.
It came out on the show. The gentleman who did it, he forged some paperwork.
Yeah, she lied about her age to say she was 18.
It came out on
and then it came out that she, you know what I'm saying, they had got married, but it wasn't so obviously the marriage wasn't even legal. So that got all just, they made that disappear. But you knew then that obviously if you a 27-year-old man, because he was 27, to go marry a 14-year-old girl, that either she tripping, he tripping, or they both tripping, but somebody in here tripping.
So my question, or what I want to say is about this, when it comes to parents.
Yeah, the parents need to go.
So my situation or my concern about this is that you have these parents that have children, and some of these children are these young girls are without a father.
Mm-hmm.
They have a grown man who's father age.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be clear.
Mm-hmm.
Father age.
Father age
Mm-hmm.
that can provide for them.
Mm-hmm.
You have these mothers that are single mothers, lazy. Some of them just want to get rid of their kid.
Mm.
Get rid of them for what? A check. Right? So I'm going to pimp my child because I'm struggling over here with these bills.
Hell, I didn't heard of them getting pimped out for less than that.
And it's sad.
I mean, you know.
It bothers me that these parents aren't being put into light.
Facts.
The camera needs to be shown on them. If you are manipulating and using your child's body to get ahead, get a contract,
some of them just doing it to keep a man
or
in the house.
just to keep a man in the house. You over here selling your child because your boyfriend,
you gonna let your boyfriend fill up on your daughter.
Says that your daughter is beautiful and he want to have a threesome, or he want to have sex with your child. So it's okay for us to have sex because it's in house.
Because there's a lot more precious happening out here than y'all think.
It's a lot of precious.
A lot of precious out here happening.
Y'all need to watch that movie.
Yes, you do.
It'll definitely teach y'all some things. I'm gonna tell you a snippet.
Hell, can we get a surviving church? I know I'm gonna piss some people off, but I'm sorry. Y'all want to just, that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody want to be standing in a glass house throwing stones, because I done seen a whole lot of pastors up and down and a whole lot of church folk up and down timelines talking all this stuff about R. Kelly need to do this and he need to do that. He going to hell. Oh, okay. Your pastor and your deacon is going to be sitting right next to his little nasty ass too.
Let's be clear.
Can we get a surviving church? Hell, the Catholic Church is already on fire.
We need to just be surviving life, period. Right. We got uncles, we got cousins, we got aunties, we got all kind of people that are in our lives that are doing the same thing. Now, am I condoning what R. Kelly is doing? Hell no. I want y'all to be clear. A lot of people feel like because you're giving another spin to the story that you are for it, or you're giving him a pass. Hell no. What I am saying is if we have more people that stood up and took care of these young girls, made them feel beautiful, made them know that their vagina ain't for sale, made them know that their body ain't worth just laying down with just any old person.
Yep.
Then we would be at a better place right now. These R. Kelly wouldn't be able to, regardless, if you wasn't so weak over a check.
Yeah, because
you producers, you side those light men. That's why them parents need to go to jail too. Those hype men that was out there like, oh, go get some girls from the mall. Bring them to the party.
That's what I'm saying.
Those
like,
girls in the front row.
When you start getting up in them numbers, this is how I feel. Sexual harassment. Then we did this whole segment, right? And you researched that 80-something%, 90-something% a sexual harassment case starts within the family or with someone that you know or is close to. Correct?
Yep.
Okay. So for this to happen to someone that's nowhere connected to you familiar wise, nowhere even connected to you really, just on a regular networking thing, you met them through somebody, and your child had a talent. So you wanted to get them in front of this person, and then this happened, but this happened to multiple women. Yeah, this is a system. This is a system that has happened to allow this many people to. There's an agreement somewhere lying up in here that everybody don't want to hold the truth to.
So I'm gonna tell you,
and all them parents in that system, as well as R. Kelly, need to go to jail too.
They do. So I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what.
That's what I don't like about surviving R. Kelly. They want to shine the light on surviving R. Kelly. Got them parents sitting up there looking like angels. No, y'all the devil. Y'all the devil.
Look, they surviving home,
baby.
You pimp these kids out.
They pimp them out. So this is when if you haven't watched it, supposedly R. Kelly had workers.
Robert Kelly.
Let's
say that.
Robert Kelly had workers. So he had his dancers. He had his like assistants. Then he had like his girls that he played with. None of them was allowed to talk to each other. They go on tour. They got separate sections. You ain't allowed to be friends with each other. You ain't allowed to say hello to another artist, or you're not allowed to say hello to the light man. You're not allowed. You are supposed to just be my dancer and just dance, or you're supposed to be my assistant. You ain't supposed to talk to nobody but me. I'm daddy. That's what he made them all call him daddy.
You making that part?
No, I promise.
No, this is she's telling you what they said on the show.
This is what they said on the show.
Dancers had
the girls that he was sleeping with.
Okay.
He had them all call him daddy, and they were not allowed to talk to each other. He would make them have sex with each other. He had the 17-year-old having sex with a 14-year-old.
Again, none of this is at gunpoint, knife point.
This is not at gunpoint. None of that.
Okay.
He was having the 17-year-old have sex with the 14-year-old, and after they got done having sex with each other, they were not supposed to talk. After you got done eating her snatch, you got to get up and go. You ain't allowed to say, thank you for your time. I appreciate that. That was good. Wow. Nothing. See, you had to get up and go.
Oh, wait. I didn't know this. So, the one girl was pulled on stage in front of her parents. She was 17. What's she even doing front row at an R. Kelly concert? They wanted to be noticed. Facts. She got pulled on stage in front of her parent. Now, even if I am going to be the parent that allows my child who is 17 to go to an R. Kelly concert, and I go with them.
You're not pulling them on the stage.
You're not pulling them on stage?
No.
What? No. Y'all let this happen. See, this is my thing. You can't hold him 100% at fault.
To jail too, like I said.
And like I said, this is also a mental. I want people to understand something. This is also a mental thing. One thing I do keep hearing with celebrities who say they are friends with him or know who or have had conversations with him, I keep hearing consistently is his mindset is that of a 15, 16, 17.
He is. He could not read. He could not write.
And if you go back and you look, and if you go back and you watch his interviews,
he's very genius.
His conversation is not that slow of what his age is.
He's very slow.
Yeah, he's not. You can tell that his education, his mind is not there.
When you listen, he even said that he was introduced to sex at an early age.
Yes.
Okay.
Allegedly, it was from 8 to 10 by his sister, who was 15.
He said he was sexually abused.
So he became naturally attracted to a 15, 16, 17-year-old.
To women who are younger.
He need help.
And it also, research has said that men and women who are mentally not at the level that they should be, education-wise, physically, they go for someone that is less than them.
Facts.
So going for somebody at 17, 15 years old, that will make him feel more like a man.
He feels more normal.
He feels normal. Going for somebody older will show all of his flaws.
Facts.
There's no way that you can be with a 40-year-old woman and she not know that you stupid because you can't. I'm not gonna call you stupid. Sorry. Not know that you can't read or write.
Yeah, you have it.
Somebody going, Somebody 15, 16, you might misspell a word. That he ha ha, it's all right. It ain't no big thing. So watching him in his interview with what is his name? He had an interview after the scandal on BET with I can't think of his name right now, but he asked him.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
You remember that?
I can't forget.
He clearly asked him. Do you like dealing with teenagers?
Yeah, do you like teenage girls?
Do you like teenage girls? And R. Kelly, if you look at him, it was like he had a flashback. If you really watch it, I mean, I went after they showed it on the show, I went to the actual clip on YouTube. And I just wanted to watch it. And I watched it about 3 or 4 times. And his face when he asked, it was like he wanted to say, hell yeah. But he knew he couldn't. So he was like, and I swear to goodness, he stuttered. He said, what you call teenager? 19, 18? You know damn well we ain't talking about no 18 or 19-year-old. I mean, that reply in itself,
yes,
and that was in the 90s.
That was in the 90s.
That right there, that reply should have stopped his pockets. Period. If that was 2019 and you had a grown-ass man answer a question like that,
yeah,
he would have been fired. He would have got his contract pulled. He wouldn't have been able to go on no more tours. That man was still able, from that reply, make it in this world.
But that's what I'm saying. They've known for, like he said, like the caller said, they've known this for 30 years. Y'all known this. And then you want to go and do a 6-part reality show.
To me, it should have been deeper than just that. I feel like if it was going to be a 6-part series, for one, they could have collaborated some shit. It was very extended and repetitive. So they could have definitely knocked some shit off, but that's Lifetime for you. They always exaggerate the shit.
You know what? I found something. Go ahead.
And so my thing is that it should have been Surviving R. Kelly. You give me the background of who R. Kelly was. You give me 2 or 3 of his victims, his wife. And to me, let's talk about Miss Drea. I'm going to talk about Miss Drea because at first I loved her. I ain't even going to lie. When I first saw her on, what is that show? Ex-Wives Hollywood or whatever that show was. I can't remember. I thought that she was appealing. She was telling the story about her not getting child support. She was really struggling. She really seemed genuine. Okay.
I'm sure she really
came off genuine. No. And I was like, okay, this is really, really something that bothers her. She never went into details prior to this that I know of
course not.
About her being abused and all that stuff. But all of a sudden now,
all of a sudden she been abused.
You want to go into details. To me, if he ain't giving me no child support, if he ain't taking care of his kids, if he done did all this dirty shit to me, I know that there's abused people who can't control it. Once they abuse, they always feel like a victim. They always, their mind is not always there. But it's been years since you've been away from him.
Yeah, because they've been divorced now for how many years?
We need to Google that. They've been separated for a long time. Let's be clear, because that show was at least 4 or 5 years ago.
What's her name? Andrea
Kelly. And now all of a sudden you want to come out and say that he separated you from your mama, and when your mama would call, sometimes 2009. He would. 2009. So it's been 10 years since y'all been divorced.
And she got remarried.
And she got remarried while she was on the show, and I don't think that lasted that long.
I'm about to say, was she divorced again?
It lasted
like a couple months.
2014 to 2014.
Yeah. Okay. So a couple months she got divorced. Yeah. So my thing is that you never said anything for sure of the things that you went through with R. Kelly. Now all of a sudden these other women are coming out. To me, you should have been the first one. She was 19 when she met him. She was his dancer. She was a phenomenal dancer. I just felt like her story just didn't come off as pure. It didn't to me. I'm sorry. Then you got on your own page, you over here singing R. Kelly songs. A year ago, you in a car singing Happy People.
Yeah.
That's
people. What I saw. Yeah. Talking about how you gonna support him. That's my baby daddy. Yep, that's my baby daddy. I support him. Like, well, wait a minute. Wasn't he beating your ass?
But he beating you. He's starving you because you had to ask to eat. You had to ask to eat. You had to come downstairs and say,
"Can
I
eat?" She said she ain't getting child support.
Oh.
What's she getting?
Supposedly.
Because she got remarried.
So then.
Yeah, girl,
supposedly gotta be it because come on now. If we ordered to get some motherfucking child support, don't mamas get bitter, especially if he a star.
Listen,
she getting something.
I would have been bitter 10 years ago. You ain't. I'm sorry.
I feel like if they were going, I would have respected
her
Lifetime
kids is probably
more.
18. She ain't getting no more child support.
If they would have did this for the purpose to find.
That's what we saying pretty much, guess Dan.
For the victims.
These kids. Exactly.
I would have respected it more if it was that.
Ended it with some therapeutic,
stuff. And even finding healing for the book, because like I said,
that's not surviving.
He need help too. Everybody want to just cast him in the hell, like y'all got a hell to throw him in. First of all, a lot of y'all casting into a hell that you won't probably be with him in there, but he need help too. Throwing him in jail is not gonna fix the problem. It's not gonna fix the problem.
Get help in jail.
And as much as y'all don't want to hear about it for real, you not while everybody talking about stopping his bag. But wait a minute though, everybody always screaming, "Let's stop his bag. Let's not listen to his music. Let's stop him from making money."
You can't never stop.
It's not just him that's making the money. You taking money out his kids' mouth. You taking money out of Chicago, because whether y'all want to admit it or not, I don't care what he did or didn't do. I tell you what he did do. He did a lot for the city of Chicago.
His kids are at least, I know the older two gotta be 18, 19 years
but
old.
I mean,
they pretty
do you ever really stop taking care of your kids? Let's be honest.
And look, and guess Dan said, look, we pretty much saying the same thing. He said he was and is wrongfully, but why does it take a drama Lifetime show to bring the same news back to the light?
Amen.
Lifetime, whom by the way is owned by a company called A&E, who by the way is owned by a man named Robert Iger, who by the way was arrested for child porn. Just to point that out.
I ain't watching my time.
But they wanted to do a 6-part series on R. Kelly.
He said, "Why are we?"
Oh, he also owned Disney, so I guess y'all gonna stop watching Disney too. Quit letting your kids watch Disney because a child pornographer person does Disney. I'm just saying,
we just is. He said, "Why are we as people so easily distracted by it now? We should have."
I ain't distracted by it. Y'all been new.
I've been.
My thing is, if you wasn't gonna do nothing before, what's the point? If you're not trying to find healing, like I said, I'd have respected it more if y'all was doing it to actually support the Me Too movement, find healing, bring awareness to, yes, this happens not only just R. Kelly, but in the industry, it's everybody.
Oh no, they getting that money.
And while y'all jumping on all these celebrities bandwagons that call themselves want to throw him under the bus, don't get it twisted. Some of them throwing him under the bus too to shine the light away from their little closet because they don't want you to open up that door. Because don't think that they ain't had their share either.
Bow.
Listen, every man on that show, listen. Let's be clear.
They've been happening since what was his name? Chubby. What was his name?
And was
Chubby
anybody
Chase,
else around when
Jerry
these ladies was chilling, dancers, anyway?
They
need to go to jail too.
Listen,
celebrities seen it. They was there. They saw him with all them old young ass girls.
So that's what I wanted to go to, because there was a couple of gentlemen on the show that said that they went to, because his studio, he had like secret bedrooms in the studio.
These are some lavish spaces that he has.
He has some.
What tours does he have?
That pee room, that was like a sauna. The room that he peed on that girl, that was like a low key dope ass sauna.
I'm not messing with
the wood, like that. But I could just imagine when the sauna came on, it probably smelled like piss in that room.
Oh my God.
The pee room.
I'm just saying, how do we know? Because again, these are all alleged charges. Everybody wants to jump on. Everything is alleged. Everybody is, yes, they made a whole documentary about it, but nobody really knows what really went down. How y'all really don't know that these girls agreed to it and they just mad because they didn't get what they was promised out of it?
The 17-year-old, let's be clear, she was old enough to say no, and she went on ahead with it. Her ass need to go to jail too. She had sex. She adamantly said she had sex with a 14-year-old, and she found out that she was 16. 16 is still underage, right? So your ass.
Yeah, I seen that. Too. So wait a minute, right? So I seen that part, right? So I was a little confused when I saw that. Like, so wait, you 17, you had sex with the 14-year-old. You got mad because you found out she was 14 because you thought she was 16. So why did that make that better? Like, why did that make? Why did 2 years make that better? When she's still like, wait a minute, what? Y'all agreed to this, man. Stop it.
Ain't no way I'm not. I don't care if I was
10,
12.
And the fact is,
ain't nobody gonna talk me into eating no snacks, and that ain't what I like to do.
This is what I also didn't understand, because then they said something like it was a cult, like he's supposed to have held all these girls hostage in his house or something like that. Wasn't that one of the stories or something like that?
Yeah, he would keep young girls around, but it wasn't like a cult. He wasn't forcing them.
But they was just there.
But they were there.
Okay.
He was very controlling, but he wasn't like putting him by gunpoint. You know
he couldn't have because he was R. Kelly.
Yes.
He'd have had the police called on him and it'd have been all over the news if he was actually holding these girls hostage, right? Kind of like Waco, Texas, when he had a whole bunch of building worth of people hostage. I'm just saying. So I'm just confused because these parents knew where your child was.
17 years old. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep going to the 7-0 because she pissed me off the most during the whole fucking show.
With your grown ass.
With her grown ass. Okay. 17 years old. You go home and ask your mama if you can go
to Chicago
to be with R. Kelly.
I want to go sit, hang out with the Pied Piper, Mom.
I want to hang out with the Pied Piper. And you are over here having sex
I wasn't even allowed to a Jodeci concert.
That's what I told my mom. I said, Mom,
I couldn't even go to the H-Town concert. Y'all mugs let these girls go to the Pied Piper's house.
With my daddy, and that was with Chris Cross.
If you fuck with kids, kill yourself. You know what that you
want. So my thing is, okay, I'm gonna say this. There was a gentleman that worked close with him that helped him with his paperwork, and he would come to the studio.
You talking about some that worked with R. Kelly? Oh, okay.
And he would come to the studio, and he would be like, "Oh, he would pass one room, a girl here. He would pass another room, a girl there. He would pass another room, 2 girls in there. He'd pass another room."
So he had a brothel?
He had all kind of rooms in the basement with bitches.
So it was a brothel.
And so like they were doing their own thing?
They were just chilling, waiting on R. Kelly. They can't do nothing without R. Kelly. That's the control thing with R. Kelly, supposedly. So you got these young girls in these different rooms waiting, supposedly. And you a grown-ass man seeing these young girls in these rooms, and you ain't saying nothing. Why is R. Kelly having all these young underage girls and ain't no parent in sight?
Yeah, because they wasn't making them like they do now in the 90s, so they looked like they age.
That's what I told my mama.
Girls in the 90s look like they age.
I told my mama this. I told my mama this as well. Because I know a lot of girls that were my age, 14, that looked a little older.
Yeah, they did look a little.
They look a little.
First of all,
pass for 18. I know a couple of 30-year-olds that look 12.
I had cousins that passed for 18 and said they was 18.
Saying, I'm not trying to condone it, but I can understand how a man could be mixed up on the age thing. Now, once he know for sure, and he keeps messing with her, then that's you a sick motherfucker. You sick and you need to go to jail.
That's period. What I'm saying.
Because sick. I know some men that approached me after they knew how old I was. They knew my sisters. All you know what I'm saying? And they were older than me. And they still try to holler and get with me, knowing that I was a young girl. I was young.
Well, we know
that baby.
They wanted that tight snatch.
Well.
All righty then. All right.
It's after 9:00. My sleepiness set in, and I'm feeling real goofy.
It's definitely scary.
It is, but that's also why I say locking them up ain't gonna fix it. I'm screaming, get everybody help, because you lock them up. Let's be real. If you look at someone, depending on the state, hell, they'll be in jail for how long? Get out, they're gonna do it again. So why lock them up when you could get them help?
Nah, he definitely need to do something.
He was taking advantage of it instead of fighting for this
not
to happen to anyone else.
He already gone. He had to go back to work.
He chose to be in an insecure. It's sad. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
No,
I was reading what someone was saying to see what they said, but
yeah, Guess Dan got a pretty good point here too. We pretty much touched on it on other shows too. Another thing, how about we deal with building relationships with our kids to the point where they can feel comfortable to tell us if a family member or anyone is touching them. That's the theme of the issue. Just saying.
See, that's a conversation that can go, that has a gray line, because when you're talking about family members and people, I was one of those who did not tell my family that I was being molested by someone who was supposed to be family. Reason being is because I knew that my dad was going to kill him. Period, point blank, and it wasn't gonna be nothing nobody could do to stop him, and I didn't want my dad to go to jail. So different people have different reasons why they don't say anything. I also felt nobody was gonna believe me. You know, so
and that's
so like you said, it's
the
something that we need to work on.
That's something we do need to work on, though.
And in our community, we have a tendency to tell and don't do nothing about the information. We have to be clear on that.
Right.
So to me, we have to start with making it okay. If you are having an open dialogue with your child about being touched, about being molested, about being raped, it will allow them to feel more open with telling. Now, if my mama would, that's why I tell my daughter all the time. If my mom and my daddy would have set me down and said, listen, I don't care if nobody tell you they gonna kill you. I don't care if nobody say they gonna kill me. They gonna kill your daddy. They gonna do all kind of stuff to us. If you tell me regardless.
Right.
If my mama would have had that kind of dialogue with me, or a parent would have had that kind of dialogue with me, I would have told faster when things happen to me.
Well, see, I think that's another thing is that nowadays, and this is why I'm glad that it's the conversation is being had. I don't like how it got brought to the table, but I'm glad that the conversation is being had, because now parents can be aware, and I hope it brings an awareness to all parents. This is a conversation you need to have with your kids. Don't be oblivious and not tell them, like, listen, there's some nasty people out here. At a young age, trust me, my goddaughter at 9,
my 6-year-old
she been getting told this for a long time. There's some nasty people out here, not just little boys your age and not just little girls. And you're going to have to look at it from both sides because you live in that day and age. So there's people out here that may put their hands on you and touch you in these places. You need to tell them no. You need to stop. You need to scream, hit, kick, whatever you need to do. But you have to make these kids aware. And I think that would have helped had we known, us the victims, when we were kids, had we known that this is something that might happen, regardless of what the consequence might have been, because we would have still took that into consideration of telling or not. We would have been more open to say something. Because we're like, oh, mom and dad, they did tell me that somebody like that would do something to me. Let me go tell them that so-and-so did that. You know what I'm saying? Because now that'll remove the idea that ain't nobody going to believe me, because that is one of the number one reasons people don't tell, which is why we have Me Too, because nobody believes anybody.
True. A lot of times, because you have to also think of the history of people lying on themselves. Right. Lying, saying that they were touched or raped or beat, only to get revenge on a person that hurt them,
or over exaggerating a situation, i.e., surviving R. Kelly. I'm sorry. I just feel like it's over exaggerated to a certain degree.
They aren't believable in their family, right? You know what I'm saying? You have those kind of people that lie on every old little thing. So when you finally come, you got to be careful. You got to worry about your character too. Now, if you have a messed up character, then of course that's on you, because you developed that messed up. But if you are a person who haven't made it clear to your child is totally different than a grown ass woman. Your child is way more different than that. I'm sorry. There is no way that my child can come to me and I don't believe her. Right. There's no way. Now, a lot of times it's not that the parent doesn't believe them. They are not adept to how to deal with it. They don't understand what they should be able to do to help their child and how to process it, because they are over here.
Especially depending on who the person is. Yeah. That's why I feel like I hope this opens up the floodgates for Me Too to happen in the neighborhoods and the communities, because while y'all talking about stopping his bag and taking his empire down from him being the artist, a lot of these people in leadership positions in your community ain't got no business in there. Y'all got a lot of folks standing up in the altar every Sunday. Y'all got a lot of folks collecting that plate every Sunday, i.e. deacons, whomever else. Y'all got a lot of people in political offices ain't got no business being there.
Grabbing pussies.
I'm just saying.
I got a viewer who said a family member molesting somebody is not the same as a young girl being involved with a grown man on her own consent. I agree that parents should have a better relationship with their children, so their children will be comfortable with telling them what's going on in their lives.
Facts.
That I can agree to a point. Okay, a grown man. A young girl, meaning 17, 18, 19. Okay, I agree. But anything younger than that, she can't give you consent. Regardless if she thinks you handsome or not, she can't give you consent. She can't. I'm sorry. She can't. You're a grown-ass man. A 16, 15, 14, 12-year-old cannot give you consent to have sex with them. Period. I can think you cute because I'm young and I'm starting to like boys, but that doesn't mean.
But that don't mean it don't happen, though.
I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. I'm saying consent. The word consent is me being able, mind, and body to tell you that I'm okay with you having sex with me and you 40 years old at 12.
But that's what they
I mean,
do.
unless she did
I
this
can't
already.
give you consent. I don't care if I didn't have sex with multiple boys in my past. If I am at 12, 13 years old
12,
having
13,
sex with a 40-year-old, I can't give you consent. I'm sorry. You
we
know
went super
better.
young. Let's go 14.
Okay, now that's why I said 17, 18, 19, yes. Maybe 16 boys.
Yeah, I mean, I dated older guys, but they wasn't that damn
But
old.
I didn't had grown men because I was introduced to sex at an early age. I felt like sex was okay.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Right.
My mind wasn't that it was a problem to have sex with somebody of age.
Right.
I'm sorry. At 12, 13 years old, I pretty much knew what sex was.
Fact.
So my body wasn't sacred. It wasn't. It was already tampered with by then.
Right.
So me meeting a man who's 25 years old who thinks that I'm pretty, I might go ahead and, do a little something, play at 13, 14 years old, knowing that I shouldn't be.
Right.
But in my mind, shit, I've already been introduced to sex. What's the difference?
Right.
So my mind isn't that I can say no to you.
Right.
Because I've already said no to somebody else and they took it. Yeah. So at 13, 14, I can't give you consent because I never had the privilege of saying no. Now at 16, 17, 18, I can probably give you consent. Probably, depending on my background. But the parent needs to be there.
Can no teenager give consent? I mean,
no.
Yeah, I feel like you can't. I mean, again, I dated outside my age. You had to be at least 3 years old.
My mom watching.
Why is it being brought back?
My mom watching too, but hell, I'm grown now.
It's being brought back up because of the most recent thing that he had with those young girls in his home. The parents called the police trying to get their child out of the home, but she didn't want to go, and because she was 18, they couldn't force her. So that opened up the background of R. Kelly and other
because what he started doing in the past few years is he don't mess with them unless they're 18 now. Exactly. He sticks to the 18, 19-year-olds, which, hell, you can't be mad at him. You said that he can't do this, so he like, all right, well, shit, 18.
I'm gonna walk the
19.
tightrope.
I'm gonna walk that tightrope. They legal. Boom, 18.
I'm gonna need 10 on the end of their number first.
But my thing is, you want to go back.
You're right.
First of all, I want people to understand something legally wise. You can't. It's called double jeopardy. You can't do it. You cannot try a man for the same crime twice. So all this they doing means nothing.
That's not
to
true.
A certain degree.
That's not true.
They can't try him for the same thing twice.
No, they can try him for the same act on the same person twice. If I rape you and I get off, then I rape you. That's it's totally
two different people.
Different. That's two different.
Right.
Now, if I rape you, get off, and then you want to charge me again for that same act,
make it more time.
But wasn't the Surviving Kelly girls the same ones that he was in court for 15 years ago?
No, it was the girl that it was Sparkle's niece that was a part of the first R. Kelly scandal. That was the one that was 14 years old, and that was expunged.
Which now, can I ask why, Sparkle? Did you introduce your damn niece?
So I'll tell you that story. Sparkle's niece wanted to be a rapper. She was already doing like little rapping videos and all that.
Yeah, I saw the little clip,
and
it was cute.
She didn't know any of this about R. Kelly prior to, supposedly, she said.
Who didn't know?
Sparkle
didn't know what?
That he was a pervert.
Like young girls. This was around the same. I mean, I don't know.
Was this before or after Aaliyah? I'm pretty sure it was after.
It was after Aaliyah.
Right.
Oh,
so
well,
you
yeah,
know.
true.
Stop it, man. Stop it.
True.
Stop it, man. That's what I'm saying. Anything that happened after Aaliyah. And let's be clear. Let's remember Aaliyah's uncle introduced her to him when she was 12. I don't know if people know that or not.
They said that on the show.
Yeah.
They said that already. Her uncle had.
And for some reason, when I read that, I'm like, why does that sound so messed up to me?
Because she was a star.
He was 25.
He was a star though. It wasn't like, listen, let's be clear. Listen, we got a caller now. Hold on.
Sparkle knew. The hell.
Hello, thank you for calling.
Did Kiki say what the hell?
Yes. Who is this?
Oh shit. This is Shasta.
Hi, Shasta.
Hi, my boo.
Hi, ladies. I was just calling in because I wanted to just say something about the little topic.
Girl.
First of all, I'm happy y'all covered that because that is like a big deal right now.
Yes.
Second of all, I just want to say, I feel like everybody in that whole little group, like that manager, I feel like everybody, that 18-year-old girl, like all of them, should also, it should be like an accomplice to this because R. Kelly wasn't doing this stuff by himself. People were forging documents, all this stuff. And at the end of the day, these is fucking kids. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't know what he had been through because they was like he had been molested, which sometimes they do say a molester can be.
They turn into the abuser.
Well, a molestee can be a molester.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like with all that, like the people that was helping him, they should all go down because it's a lot. That shit was a mess.
Including the parents.
I told you, everybody.
Yeah, I agree. Parents need to be on there.
So why? So look, I looked into the Pied Piper. And I feel like the Pied Piper is someone who takes someone's kids and in other words, for debt.
Yeah.
So I feel like R. Kelly then paid these people for their motherfucking kids. Excuse my language.
That's what he did.
But I feel like he paid them for their kids, and then when they ran out of money, then they want to come back and get their kids.
That's
and everybody
what
want to
they did.
At the end of the day, I feel like everybody in that whole little stuff, everybody
should go. Everybody need to go down. Yeah. They pimp the kids out.
Pimp the kids out, and that is so sad. And at the end of the day, I just feel like as somebody in this whole thing, and then this too. Wait, I feel like his wife cannot be like she didn't know what was going on.
She knew.
You knew what the fuck was going on. And girl,
first of all, she married him the year after him and Aaliyah got divorced.
Girl,
right? See, I went research because I'm like, I need dates. I need to see stuff because everybody want to act oblivious, like they don't remember nothing that happened. Because see, I was of an age that had common sense and knew what was going on around this time. And I'm like, I don't remember. Y'all, come on, man. Like I remember. Wait a minute. Wait, stop it.
And then this bothered me too. It bothered me that everybody is making like a joke of this, like the memes, the funny memes and shit. I just feel like that shit kind of extreme. Like I read some of them and I was like, oh shit, I did chuckle. I ain't gonna lie. But like some of them, it was a chuckle. Like I can't believe these motherfuckers out here putting this shit.
Well, they
on.
gonna do that. Can't nobody take that seriously.
They gonna definitely laugh about it, just like they did with Bill Cosby and all that stuff.
Not Bill Cosby.
That's what they called him. Lord, so it's definitely going to be. It's going to be.
And they did. I seen the one with Bill Cosby on it too. And Kiki, the one who put me on to the Piper. So I've really been like looking into that stuff. Kiki, you was right, girl.
But they said that the last time. That's what I'm saying. Like this is nothing but a repeat of 15 years ago. This is all just a repeat. All they did was put it on a platform with Lifetime because Lifetime wanted to shine on the black man, to hold him up and hang him in front of everybody and say, look, after y'all spent the last 25 years putting him on a pedestal as the number one king of R&B, number one R&B songwriter.
Hell, Lifetime show these type of movies.
Yes.
We love you.
I love y'all too.
Love you, boo.
Bye.
Again, Lifetime is owned by a man.
I had a viewer ask the question. So he said, how do y'all feel about grown women messing with teenage boys? It's going on out here on a regular basis. Yes, my nephew is 16. His girlfriend's 24. I want to hear a woman's point of view. So let me give you my tidbit.
I can't say nothing on that because I don't date younger dudes.
I don't date younger boy. Anything under the 4 years to me, I'd be like,
it's like a baby. 4. You got a 4 or 5 year
you a
window
baby.
for me to be like,
you still got milk on your breath. So let me tell you something. Any woman that's grown as hell out here. I don't know where that feedback is coming from. Okay, I just turned the volume down. out here, okay, that's of right mind and body, got a job, and is out here paying bills, but want to lay up with a 12, 14, 15, 16, 18-year-old boy, she ain't of my right mind.
At all.
I'm sorry. She might look like she's at right mind, but she's not. There is no way that a grown woman is okay with sleeping with somebody of that young. I'm sorry, that age. It just doesn't make any sense to me. There is nothing that a young boy can do for you. You are losing yourself in thinking that it's okay for you to be able to sleep with somebody that young, either man or woman. You still got a childlike mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something.
You have a childlike mind, and you are insecure about yourself in dealing with somebody that is your age. You scared. A lot of times it's either they're scared. They feel like they won't be able to satisfy somebody of older, or they've never been able to keep a man, and they just attracted to. It's sickening, and a lot of times they say it's a preference because they're physically attracted to the body type
when they of
minor. Somebody that's a minor.
I mean, you got people that's trying to
they really are saying that.
They really out here, because I will never forget the time where this grown ass woman told my oldest when he was like 5. She said my son was sexy. We was in the hair store.
No, not a 5-year-old.
I looked at her. I was like,
my daughter is 9, and she be like, I am not allowed to say that word.
I thought you was gonna say like now in the age he is. I was like, well, that's kind of understandable a little bit, Kiki. But 5
still ain't sexy. He's just a cute little boy.
I'm saying it's being older from 5. Listen, come on, man. Y'all need to check yourself. 5.
He ain't got no facial hair. He ain't got no chest hairs.
He don't even got a bone structure yet in his face.
He still looks like a baby. Ain't no way I'm gonna say that your son looks sexy.
The milk is still on his skin.
He is a baby.
Thank you.
And if she thought that baby was sexy, something wrong with her mind.
She would have been asleep.
Was the Averex he had on?
The Averex.
You remember the Averex back in the day?
You know what? I can't.
You know, them little grown man jackets. Oh, speaking of me saying grown man jacket, let me go back to this comment that Rich has said. Well, to add, there are a lot of mothers dressing their young daughters as if they are adult women.
Facts.
They doing this. Babies.
They've been doing that forever. And I hate those videos on Facebook.
I hate the pictures.
And little girls twerking on the videos. That bothers me.
I hate the pictures. I hate the pictures of the babies with the girls in the halter tops, and they dress grown, and then they with their hand on their head.
Goddamn drill team dancing. Goddamn,
that's not.
Oh, that bucking
man. I know a lot of times these boys are getting caked out by these older women. Like you said, he says that they was giving him house keys, big old plates, and big old steaks, because they feel like if they get somebody younger, then that you're going to be loyal. You know what I'm saying? They like kids are loyal to their parents, so they're putting they're having sex with you, but they are taking on that motherly role. So they're in control of you as a kid. They can be able to tell you no, yes, where you going, ask you those kind of questions, and keep control of you when they try to get somebody younger than them. That's why R. Kelly wanted to be called Daddy. Let me make the decision if I want to call you Daddy. Okay? I wish would be like, you gonna call me Daddy? Like, that's a turn off. Let me think if I want to call you Daddy.
This is why I feel like they had a choice.
Yeah, I feel you on that one,
because they were not being held captive fully against their will. So if you did not agree to the terms that was set by the Pied Piper, you had the ability to call your mama and say, "Come get me. Right. I want to leave." I'm calling the police.
None of them on that show, and that's what pisses me off. Then none of them on that show said that R. Kelly forced them to be there.
This is what I'm saying.
R. Kelly said, put a gun to their head. was able to talk to your mom, they might not have been able to talk to him every time because it was on his terms when he would allow them to talk. But when you got on that phone and you was able to talk to your mama and daddy, you did not say, I'm 17, mommy, and R. Kelly just made me have sex with a 14-year-old. I just had a threesome, and I don't want to be here anymore. Can you come get me? You was able to go home and visit your mama, and your ass returned.
Wait. Tell me,
I ain't watched this.
Because I didn't watch this. So
I didn't.
Wait. You telling me that they was in the crib? They had to call him daddy. He peeing on them. They having sex with other girls. They doing all kind of other little sexual acts. They was able to go home
and come back,
have a whole dinner with their mama, pack a fresh set of clothes, and go back.
Yes.
Oh my God. Send everybody to jail.
I don't want nobody else to say nothing else to me.
Everybody to jail.
Shit. I'm done.
Everybody
now.
going to
now
jail.
I'm done for real. Now I'm done.
Everybody
go to jail, man. Bump all that. You can't even say nothing to me no more about nothing else about that man and about that situation. When you telling me that these girls was in this house with this man, I don't give a damn if they was 14, 15, 16, 17. Y'all can say whatever you want. They was able to leave this man's presence and go be with their parents and then have the ability to go back. That is not, man, y'all gonna piss me off when you've got people who are actually being held captive, being held against their will. They don't get the freedom to go leave and go back with their parents or go wherever they want to go and come back. And you want to scream rape, you want to scream sexual harassment, sexual assault, whatever it is you trying to convict him of. You made the choice. I don't give a damn how. And your parent need to get locked up for letting your ass walk back out the house to go back where you came from with this grown man.
And let me be clear, because one of our viewers said you can't judge someone's abusive relationship. And I agree, we can't. But we're talking about one situation.
And we talking about multiple women.
We're talking about multiple women who are young-minded, meaning kids, who have parents.
They have parents.
So we're not saying we're not
legal
putting
guardianship
the blame on the child at all. I agree. These kids were definitely they were surrounded by grown adults that did not give a fuck about them.
Flat out.
They did not care about them whatsoever. Their mama, their daddy, their uncles, the people that they thought that was their mentors, the people who worked for R. Kelly and R. Kelly himself. Nobody gave a rat's ass about these babies. And this was very clear. But if you are in a situation where your parent is allowing you to do this,
we ruffling your boo feathers, Miss Angie.
Then that means that these children need to have their mamas and daddies on this Surviving R. Kelly show as well. That's all we're trying
Show your face.
And I'm talking about the 17. We're really more talking about the 17-year-old, because she don't give a rat's ass how she cried on the show. I'm sorry. You're 17. You know having sex with a 14-year-old because you said, I didn't know she was 14. It came out. I thought she was 16. 16 ain't no damn better. You still lay
Carlos Cook said they were brainwashed.
Brainwashed. Okay.
Who was? The parents were?
Who was brainwashed?
The parents? The kids, I agree.
Washed by the money?
They probably were. But the parents, no, they weren't brainwashed.
The kids, the girls, I can say, that Miss Sandy said,
well, they digmatized.
The girls, I can understand being manipulated.
They were little holes in the first place.
The young girls,
everybody go to jail. Hell, fuck it.
Right. I can understand
the kids too. Shit.
Right. I can understand the girls being manipulated. I can understand them being brainwashed. I can see that. Yes, I can see him taking control of their mind and whatever he may have done. I can see that. But when we talk about these parents, this is called human trafficking.
That's what it was.
This is a form of human trafficking. I don't care how you feel about it, and y'all can be mad, sad, glad. I don't give a damn. Let's call it what it is. Call a spade a spade. This is human. This is a form of human trafficking. So you knew your kid was having sex with a grown man, and you took money so that you didn't have to. So you couldn't say nothing.
And listen, and it came out on the show.
Come on, man.
This is another reason why I'm pissed. I'm trying to turn my camera around because I'm up in arms. Okay,
but y'all want to throw stones at him.
Piss me off. A lot of these
throw them at him and the parents.
A lot of these parents signed clauses where they couldn't speak, and that's why they weren't at the daggone they weren't on the show. A lot of these people were paid off, so they can't talk about it.
For the Lifetime show?
Period.
Oh, after it happened.
After the parents.
So you letting the money shut you up.
Knew what was going on with R. Kelly and they child. They were paid off. And it was brought up during his court, the thing in, what was it, 2003? Yeah, 2003, when he went to court for the 14-year-old urine tape video.
2002, 2003, yeah.
When that happened, it was brought out that he already paid lump sums to these kids and their parents because alleged things were being said that he was out here having sex with these minors. So you would rather take a check than have the person who molested your child brought to justice?
Right.
Yeah, because you rather them, because you believe that he gonna help your child become a star and they're gonna make a whole lot of money. And then once that happened, then we can deal with it. But they're gonna make a whole lot of money first so that they could free me from my 9 to 5 so I don't have to work no more. Money. Y'all sold y'all's kids.
Rich said they had choices when the video came out in 2001.
When the video came out in 2001,
she had a choice at the beginning, he said.
She had a choice.
She chose the money.
She chose the money. And I keep going back to this 17-year-old. Okay?
You really don't like this 17-year-old.
This 17-year-old.
She know better.
I can't even remember her name. That's how pissed I don't even want to give her
no credit.
Pissed me off. So listen, she was 17-year-old. She said that R. Kelly recorded her and a 14-year-old having sex together.
I saw that.
She stole the tape. Yeah. She gave it to somebody else.
Right.
Went back to R. Kelly. And that's what I'm saying. The bitch was able to leave the house. I'm sorry. I'm calling her one because she pissed me off. So she was able to leave the house. She didn't gave the tape to one of his employees to hide because she didn't want the tape to be seen anymore.
Lord Jesus.
So she went back to R. Kelly and told R. Kelly that the tape was taken. And for him to get it back, why would you go to R. Kelly? Go to the police.
Did they show all 6 parts of this?
Yes, all 6 parts is out. So, and if you got Fire Stick, you can watch.
I ain't seen not one part.
I ain't seen not one part.
New news to me.
Listen,
I refuse, man.
What pisses me off is that she was a right mind. I'm just saying. Let me say this. Abuse victims that are really abused.
That are really abused.
Scared of the person that they are abused by.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you steal a videotape?
Why would you go back?
And then give it to somebody else, knowing that person could probably sell it for money, give it to somebody else, make copies,
which is what
all
they
of
did.
that stuff,
which is
what happened.
Man, they made a copy because she gave him back the original.
Yes.
That I did see. I saw a clip of that somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna say, I didn't know at the time that they were thinking of killing me.
I'm sorry, who?
I said
R. Kelly.
Everybody.
R. Kelly now is turning into a martyr. He was gonna kill her. He was gonna kill her because she stole the videotapes. But then you stayed. By now you ain't 17 no more. You grown. So it's just things about this story that doesn't make sense to me. And I'm not going to downplay the
send everybody to jail.
I keep hearing that he's supposed to be having his own little thing coming out, telling the truth on telling his side of the story. And that's what I really want to happen. See, again, I'd have respected it more if we'd have had this conversation differently. I feel like at this point in the game, it should have been, let's both sit down. Let's everybody sit down at the table and let's genuinely have this conversation with R. Kelly at the damn table. Let's talk about what really happened. See, I want both sides of the story.
Maybe
so that I can compare the two and find the truth.
And my thing is that I understand there's a lot of abuse victims out here that cannot leave their situations. I understand that there's a lot of abused people out here that are tormented by their abusers.
Yes.
And they feel so embodied and enslaved in the situation. I get it.
These chicks was able to leave and come back.
And to me, that situation doesn't equal out to what I'm seeing on this video. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. And I'm not even going to downplay. I ain't even going to touch it. I just pray that if these are real, true life events, R. Kelly gets the whole book thrown at him.
Yeah,
I hope that his ass get thrown under the jail. I'm sorry, I might still 2-step a 3 or 4 to an R. Kelly song. I'm sorry, because I grew up on R. Kelly. Even my daughter said, "Mom, I can't sing. I can't believe I can fly no more." She 9.
Listen, again, I'm going to remain an R. Kelly fan of the artist.
I don't care about
Robert Kelly.
Robert Kelly can go to jail.
Get with now. But again, this is all alleged.
But when you look at his brothers, look, we got to wrap it up.
The one that was in prison, Jesus.
Both of his brothers are slow, but
all of them are.
But the brother that's in jail, his ass said
special. He's a special case.
He's a special creature. He said that R. Kelly has he always been soft all his life. He talked about that. He talked about R. Kelly was always,
which lets me know that he didn't threaten to kill nobody.
Yeah, he's very sensitive. And he also said that R. Kelly likes younger girls, and he likes older women. It's just a preference. These are statements from the brother. And he said that R. Kelly said that the video was actually his other brother, that not the one in jail, but it was his other brother that was the one who was having sex with them girls on video that was released. It wasn't him. So his lawyers.
That's not the first time I've heard that.
Right, it's not. So his lawyers.
So his other brother must look like him.
They don't. They don't look shit alike. To me,
the one that he's saying had sex in the video.
Neither one of them look like.
I haven't seen all 3.
I promise you, he did it. He did a double, but it was from the back. It wasn't from the front. The facial features to me don't look alike. I would not think that they were. I would think they were kin, but I would not be able to say that. Oh, you look just like R. Kelly. No, baby, no. So I would be able to clearly be able to clearly see who was who. So the other brother said that the lawyers offered the brother that was supposedly the one. They told him that they would give him a record deal, and give him $100,000 advance if he said that he was the one having sex on that video. His brother denied that offer.
Somebody said this is. He said, Rich said, good show. Y'all need to have a part 2, like the series. Laugh Out Loud series.
No, we're done.
We're done with this. After this, we're not doing this.
We're done after this.
I told you I ain't watching. So
his brother said that he denied it. He denied the offer, and he said the brother in jail said he was stupid. He should have took it. He would be rich right now. $100,000 is not rich. And if he would have accepted,
not for that.
I was about to say
no, not for that.
He said that if he would have said yes, that was him having sex in that video with underage girls, he would have went to jail. Right. He wouldn't have even been able to do no record deal. That's how they try to set you up. And for R. Kelly's people to even offer that, that's what I'm saying. It's a system.
It's all a system. Listen, the parents bought into the system. The kids got used. The kids, to a certain degree, agreed to the shit.
Man,
everybody was in agreement. This was all a business agreement. That's what this really was.
You're welcome, Deborah, and I appreciate you.
To me,
I really do.
It was all a business agreement.
Full thing. You probably just saw just a portion of us
talking go back about and recap.
This. But we definitely talked clearly on our stance on it. Like I said, I've been abused. I've been sexually abused, molested, and raped. So I don't condone it whatsoever. But I also know that there's levels to it. And there's always a second or third story to everything that is being brought out. And we're just giving a different spin on it, period. And maybe I'm just a little more stronger. And I feel like maybe because my background, I just wouldn't have been able to put up with the stuff that I'm hearing on this. And I know my mom wouldn't allow none of this to happen. And I've been abused as a kid, but it wasn't under my mom's watch. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't under, it wasn't because she put me in a grown man's hands, period. Not at all. These are situations when adults are actually picking their kid up. Here you go, grown ass. You want this? You can have it. is yours.
Wait, how much?
Okay. You gonna give me all your money for this. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what these situations are. They were definitely put on a chopping block like slavery. You want this one? You want this one? Let's bargain. Let's bargain. Which one you want? That's how I felt this situation was.
Money,
and I feel like every person who was involved in this, not just R. Kelly, the moms, the dads, the uncles, the workers, anybody that saw little kids in his studio, knowing damn well that he didn't need no kids there,
yeah,
they need to go to jail as well. Period. They need to be on the chopping block. And those adults that talked on this show, I hope they asses are embarrassed. I hope that these adults that were on this show, where you got to check.
Embarrassed about? They got to check. They got paid.
Period.
All this is all about money. Period.
I don't
the
care.
Parents got
There's
paid.
no way.
Kids.
If I knew in my mind that I knew that R. Kelly was having sex with these kids and I did not do anything, there is no way that I would feel comfortable telling my story.
At all.
Period.
At all.
So to me, for you to feel comfortable and you over here sitting on a damn couch, leaning over, talking about how disgusting he was and how ashamed it was for him to do this, you should be ashamed of your own self. I hope you look in the mirror right now and say, you are disgusting. I mean, look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am disgusting. I am despicable, and I'm just as nasty as R. Kelly.
Facts.
Boom, bam, done, finito. All of them need to go to jail. That's all I'm saying. So we're gonna go ahead and do specialty time because we got to get out of here. I'm gonna conclude my my Facebook because I only got like 1%, and if I move 1 more inch, this this charger gonna come out of the thing, and it's gonna be a done deal anyway. So we about to do specialty time. So specialty time. Or should I just do a song real quick? Should I do a song real quick?
We can just finish with a song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all don't got no specialty?
I mean,
well, I'm gonna just talk about
make sure you get your ticket for the show March 10th.
Yes, March 10th. Our tickets are on
Curvilinear
sale.
Radio, Hearts of Curvy Diamonds. Make sure you go get your tickets. They're on sale on Eventbrite. You can go to any of our pages to get the link for that.
Okay, I just wanted to talk about this MAC lipstick that I got. Mm-hmm. It's a new case. It looked like a little bullet, don't it? That's a little naughty. I'm sorry. But it's I love it. It's called Crush Lush by MAC.
You got it on?
Yeah, this is what I got on. It's like a reddish orange color.
Mm-hmm. Almost like Crush.
And it's really, really pretty.
It's pretty. I would not like that on me.
Why?
Just my lips big. Exactly. My lips big as hell. I'm pale as hell. Got my winter color on. My lips already red. I look like a damn clown. Red ass, big red ass. They look pretty.
It gives you when you coat it, when you put it on, it does that minty like pop. Tingling. Yeah, it makes your lips a little more plumper. So that's why I like it.
It makes them plumper. What you mean?
Yeah, like you know, they have that plumper in lipsticks and lip glosses now. When you put it on, that tingling sensation
I really
to make
look like
them
a
more
damn
plumper.
Clown.
So
like I need to be any more.
It really right. Well, mine's I have little lips, so anything to make them look a little plumper, I'm down for it. So this is again MAC Crush Lush. I love it. And this is what I got for the 40% off. This is my red that I got 40%. It was everything. So we're going to conclude and get up out of here. I just want to say we do not condone abuse whatsoever. No. Okay. I just wanted y'all to look at it in a different point of view. It's not just R. Kelly's fault. It's his experience as well as a kid. He was abused. And abusers repeat what happened to them. Now, is it wrong? Hell yes. He needs to be punished for the things that he's done. But you also need to know that as an adult, if you were able to see that he was doing these things or had underage kids around him and you did nothing for a check, for a check that you could have easily got a job somewhere else. That, my dear, is just as bad as he was. I'm sorry. And you parents that allowed your kids to go all the way to Chicago from a whole nother state,
Mm-hmm.
who allowed your kids to go to a studio without you because you was at work.
Mm-hmm.
You are putting your child in a situation where things could happen. You teachers and you your principals and faculties at these schools that allowed him to go to these schools and continuously come up there and talk to these kids and be around them and invite them back to his studio. You just as wrong. Just as wrong. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way, nothing at all that would have been able to allow me to condone the things that he was doing. Period. I have a 9-year-old daughter, and I would die before I would allow anybody to touch her inappropriately, be able to talk to her inappropriately, and me do nothing. You couldn't pay me. You couldn't. Because I know what that feels like to be abused and not have anybody there to stand up for you. A check is not going to waiver it. It's not. These young girls need counseling. Mm-hmm. All of them do. Mm-hmm. They need protection. Mm-hmm. All of them do, especially if they have not healed from it.
And he need help too.
And he needs help. If he goes to jail, he needs to get counseling. He does.
Please.
That's why he don't do a lot of interviews, because he is a little slow. I'm sorry. R. Kelly is a little slow. He might
Jail ain't gonna help him. They gonna kill him in there.
Lord Jesus.
That's why I say he need help.
He needs help. So are we just gonna conclude with that?
Mm-hmm.
I hope that y'all will be with us on March the 10th.
Go get your tickets.
Yes.
Because we are very, very excited about our show. I got so much going on. I've been up all night cutting and making shit and putting shit together. I'm excited about this show, baby. Listen. Oh, I'm so excited. Ting-a-ling-a-ling. So we're going to conclude with sucker shit.
Oh,
no sucker shit.
Yeah. That's a good one to go out with.
Okay. Because this is some sucker shit.
This is sucker shit.
Yeah. Let me talk my shit, man. Let's have fun. Look, y'all niggas really think y'all poppin', right? Jockin' TV styles, you duplicates can't even copy, right? That truth you claim you aim to spit is scripted from who you claim you hang with. But tell my G, y'all do the same shit. I can't take y'all rap niggas serious. 30 plus, but chief keep your role model. When I roll call for the real, your name never followed it. Wishing for the city's illest. I'm a genie in a bottle. But look, one time for my E-team, my fam. Been killing shit since Prezi days with my brother Truth. Goddamn. My how time fly. No matter how fast, how high. Every track y'all tell the same lies. I had enough of y'all trying to compete with mine. But what surprise to a Nas, I'm too authentic. Yeah, I've been getting it on my grind. Y'all niggas been snoring. Stepping my origin leg, I look like Paul George's. Trying to kick rhyme how I kick it. I in the front, H in the back. Yes, it's no SS when I get live. Real MCs is in the building. Grab a mic and raise it high. Tell them like, oh, no. Hit them like, oh, hey. Tell them like, no, don't be no sucker shit around my way today. MCs only. Look, yes, it's no SS when I get live. Real MCs is in the building. Grab a mic and raise it high. Tell them like, oh, no. Hit them like, oh, hey. Tell them like, no, don't be no sucker shit around my way today. MCs only. Look back on attack when they match rap. Spit it like a king, make them look rook. Class in session when I'm chefing these lessons. My marble compression, my cookbook. Mob deep when I speak this havoc of lyrical prodigy beat. It's envelope push, so when I go postal on beats, it's anthrax when I sweep streets. It factor, I got it, non-factor doubted. Of course, my views not up to the views y'all bought on the low. Claim 80,000 look, but can't get 20 to a show. But I won't touch it, you like it, I love it. Matter of fact, overdue tea time when I'm up it. When they gonna SS, yes, you a target. Them bars come with a card I'm tugging. Lyric demented, screw loose engine. Oh, so immaculate flow, relentless. Out of this world when a concrete rose bloom right on a star, recline on a crescent moon. Feel